the next show after Helsinki?
With Playback and the Looper, it must have been a band show in a rehearsal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I kind of want to fast forward a little bit and go a little bit off piece because I feel like we've just spoken about how shit we were and how we kind of got away with it. And Justin just like, I feel like Justin's going to listen to this and be like, I need to reevaluate who I have in my team.
Yeah.
But I want to jump forward to a show we did. So Justin had a headline tour. And in the middle of it, we had to do a promo show. And the promo shows are very different to your kind of bog standard touring shows because you turn up, you play one or two songs. Sometimes it's just one song and you're off and, that's it type of thing. And it's all to do with promotion for the song and the artist alongside like a brand or a event or something or a charity. In this case, it was a thing called Blow.
Glow.
I thought it was Blow. That's why I was thought.
No, not Blow.
Oh, it's Glow. That's what I thought. That's why I thought it was really bad. I was like, why are they calling it Blow, which is a word for cocaine, for a makeup YouTube, basically like a beauty YouTuber event, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like all to do with like influencers and brands but more in like the kind of makeup, styling,
beauty,
world.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we've like, it's the first time as well that Myles isn't going to be side of stage. Me and him are at the front of house. Mm-hmm. I'm not mixing. I'm having to ask someone how to mix, or maybe I was mixing. I can't remember. I was mixing. I do remember now.
Well, it was like 4 channels.
Yeah. I remember it was a desk as well that I'm not really good with as well. And the guys that were there were really lovely. But basically, when you're walking around, people just think you're part of the conference. So the first thing that happens to me is we walk through this back door entrance to kind of go on the stage. And there was a stage manager or some sort of stage hand or something. And they were insanely aggressive. And I can't remember what they said, but...
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you cussed them out or Yvonne cussed them out or something. Right. Yvonne's our label rep, by the way, who's just like a badass woman. You just don't want to fuck with her whatsoever. No. But one of them's cussed either Justin or me or you. No one would have cussed Justin down because they obviously knew who he was. They've either done me or you or something. And it was something to do with like the timings. They were just really faffing around. But as we've walked through this back door, we're kind of met with the like... stage people, and they were being a bit like, whatever, they don't really care about us. Fair enough, whatever, I don't care. But then all these people are like handing us condoms, like, hey, I have free condoms, and we're just like, we're at work, sorry. And they're like, that's cool, you can have sex at work. And I'm like looking at Myles, and they're like looking at me, and they're like, no, nah, no, I'm okay, thank you. And then to get to the show, we've just watched, like, there's no kind of sound check or anything. It's just like set up, tap a few things that all sounding good. Okay, cool, go. We call that in the business a line check and go. It was essentially something like that, where basically it was all being live streamed and whatnot, and basically in an ad break they wanted us to go on and just try and get it over and done while there's people running around this conference and there's a lot of people in the way. And we've watched some YouTuber who's like way too young to be having this kind of like the attention that she was receiving was like, I don't know, it seemed like the parents were pushing her, and it didn't really seem like she wanted to be there and do it basically. And they're forcing this poor girl to sing, and she's not even singing, she's miming to a track anyway. And then her boyfriend then jumps on stage and like snogs her like after the song, and it was some sort of like YouTube, not beef, but some YouTube kind of like love drama thing to be like, oh my god, she sung this song, and then he comes on and like kisses her. And me and Myles the whole time are just like, we just need to get this fucking sound check done, and we need to get the show done and go. Like, we are not part of this fucking thing. And there was loads of random other stuff going on. We were in the middle of a conference where like people are screaming and shit. It was so bad. Anyway, we were using a digital piano, and the digital piano was out of tune. What the fuck was going on there?
How does that happen? It was so weird because like there was no way to like test. Normally with these things, like you can have a little play before, like a sound check or something, just to make sure. But there was you couldn't do that. This was such a quick turnaround thing.
Literally, there was like nothing we could have done.
Yeah, so in my head, like, set the piano up, cool. Like, we do a little line check. Lewis is like, we've got it through. And then in the little sound check we have, it's so out of tune with the track.
Which is funny because we wouldn't have noticed otherwise.
No, because when you're just playing it, for a little sound check, me just
sounds a little bit. It sounds a bit sharp, but that was it, right?
Yeah, like you couldn't really notice it without like something to reference against it.
Yeah.
And then we one of the songs, and we're like, this sounds crap.
It's one of one of Justin's songs called "Getting Closer." Is that right, or is it Closer?
Yeah, Getting Closer. Yeah.
And basically, there's no like, oh, we're behind closed curtains. There's like loads of people being like, Justin, hey, and Justin's like, this is just a sound check. Please come back for the real show because it's going so badly.
Like, come back. Yeah.
And we play
weird because like the piano has like a transpose function, so that you can play in different keys without having to like adjust it yourself.
Yeah.
And it was all on 0. Like there was nothing on the keyboard that was like altering the tuning. We turned off all the like. And if anyone knows, like I think it was a Nord Stage Grand.
Yeah. And like that or Electro 2 or something. I can't remember. No, it was 88 key though, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. And they have like little synth functions and that could like mess that up, but it was all turned off.
I'm pretty sure we reset it back to factory settings.
Yeah.
Just used the stock grand piano sound, and it still didn't work.
Yeah.
So I'm saying to Justin, man, we've got to go. We've just got to go with something. We either cut the song or do something else. Whatever. And Justin's like, Justin's not happy. He's like, look, it's their fucking fault with the piano. And I'm like, yeah, I know it is their fault, but they haven't got another piano we can grab. And then Myles just turns around and just goes, fuck it, let's just not do the song with track, let's just do it acoustic with just you and a piano, and we can do the other song where there's no piano and there's just loads of track.
It was so easy because we did 3 tracks. The first track, there was no piano in it, it was just Justin playing some guitar. Second track was all piano, but we just said just do a piano only version, no track.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last song, up to the first chorus is just piano, and then he gets off when the track comes in.
Yeah, so all of a sudden it just worked. And all of a sudden we just went from being like, fucking hell, this is like, because we kind of walked into that gig going, this is bullshit. Like, not that it's bullshit, but this is easy. Whatever, we're just going to turn up, do the
quick
songs,
show. Yeah.
Turn around, back in the hotel. Then we had to because then we were flying to Zurich as well. That we flew into Berlin, and then we were flying straight out to Zurich for the last show of the tour. So it was like literally show was only going to take a couple of hours, and then we need to go to Zurich and get there for the show the next day. And then all of this carnage is kicking off, and we're just thinking, I remember the stage manager or the stage crew or someone was just so aggressive and just chucking the general, like the British, like, you right there, mate? Yeah, you're right, mate. Yeah. All right. Well, you fucking do your job. You fucking do your job. Jesus Christ.
I remember at one point they didn't let me onto front of house. I'm showing them I think they give us wristbands. I'm like, let me through. Like,
and they're like, no,
I need to start the show.
And they're like, no, mate.
Sorry, mate. Like, what are you doing? Like, this is like staff only.
Long drives, late nights, and lobby calls. This podcast has